Hi everyone, it's John Dyslexic Geek here. Today I want to give you guys a tour around my Lego room. It's been a few months since my last one. I think the last time I've done one of these was back in March. And since then my Lego room has expanded in terms of sets and sealed collection. I'm now starting to run out of space, as you'll see very shortly. So I'll show you everything I've got in my room, how I've got it configured and what my plans are for going forward. So let's take a look. So starting from the left hand side of the room, work our way around. This is some of my sealed collection here. I've got a few more lot of promos over here that I've started to pile up. Getting quite a few now of all the Lego sets I'm sort of buying. There's sort of almost 2 boxes deep into the back, so there's quite a significant amount down there. And moving on to my first cabinet, I have 12 Grimald Place here, with all the minifigures on top. The original Sanctum Sanctorum, I think this was from 2017 I believe. Very cool set. Obviously it's been vastly updated now with the huge Sanctum Sanctorum modular set, but still very good for when it came out. Got Pac-Man, Optimus Prime. Moving down, I've got my Harry Potter shelf. Obviously got Hogsmeade there, Hogwarts Express, a couple of Brickheads, Hedwig, and one of the older original Harry Potter sets there. I think it might have been I can't remember if it's a Potions class, can't remember. And another little really old Harry Potter, it's Dobby's something, I can't quite remember the name of it. Moving down to the bottom shelf, I have my Indiana Jones Escape from the Lost Tomb, the Tranquil Gardens, which I've just reviewed, very cool set. And then next to that I've got my Disney Villain Icon set, which looks pretty good there I think. I also recently found my Disney minifigures. I had the collectible minifigures that I think is a couple of years old now. I knew I had them somewhere, but it's nice to finally find them again. I do love the Captain Hook one, it looks really good. Yeah, really pleased that I found those. Moving to the right hand side one, I've got my tumbler next to the 89 Batmobile. This display case is pretty much my ideas shelf. So over here I've got the Ecto 1, Big Bang Theory. Moving up, I've got the Blacksmith, Winnie the Pooh, Hocus Pocus. I think these all 3 sets, I think they look really good together. Surprising how well they blend in. I think they look really nice. Got a couple of my Aragon and Arwen Brickheads. Then moving up, we've got the Home Alone house and the A-frame cabin. Then on top of the shelf I've got all my modulars, which I think looks just really good. I think this is the configuration I like. I'm not sure if it's 100% how I want it, but it will do for now, and I can't be bothered to take it all down and move it around. That will require a lot of effort. I'm going to have to get a board for along this shelf because it's not quite level. As you can see, the assembly square is a little bit raised. I mean, there is a gap, but I need to get a small thin board to really cover this shelf really, but I'll get that at some point. But I think to get a cheap bit of board or something. So there we move around, and then we've got Sanctum Sanctorum there, Jurassic Park. I think that's a good slot for the Quinjet. I couldn't really think out where else to put it in my room, but I think it fits all right there. I've got lot of my minifigures here of various different themes, creating a sort of a busy street with all different minifigures. I mean, it's quite cool. Quite like this. I might customise this as time goes on, but at the moment I quite like this. There's like Gandalf's fallen over there. On the top here I've got my Tales of the Space Age sets. So I've got those on top of each of the modulars. I think they go quite well there. I've got various minifigures on there. That looks pretty good. Moving on to the right hand side, I've now got an extra cabinet now. So this is the 3rd cabinet. I recently, well, I've got this one for free in fact, which is really good. So I have my Tower of Orthanc. In a minute, I do like have the minifigures on display. I like looking at them. Down to the Black Gate, and then here we have the Hogwarts Icon set, which I think looks really cool. I love Hedwig. I just love the expression in his eyes. It really is quite beautiful, or her eyes, should I say. Now this case really is my Star Wars cabinet. I've got all my various Star Wars sets. Sadly, the snow speed and the A-wing are unfortunately sun damaged, which is annoying, but it's the way it goes. Lessons learned. I've got the diorama, I've got my two little Millennium Falcons. I'm not quite sure why I have two, but someone must have bought one for me at some stage. Moving down, I have my X-Wings, Y-Wing, and even a miniature X-Wing. Down the bottom shelf, I've got the Star Destroyer, Super Star Destroyer, the Carbon Freeze Chamber, and my TIE Fighter. Now next to this, I've got all my sealed collection, which has really grown over the last few weeks and few months. I've got so many sets now. For a little while, as I was building sets, it started to go down a little bit, but as you can see, it's sort of I managed to restock it all again. A lot of sets here. Oh god, it's going to take me a long time to get all these built. Some I probably never will ever get round to building. And a haunted house, I'm saving that for Halloween. I really cannot wait to build that. Got some more of my promos in there. And down here as well. I'm really getting tight for room. So moving over here, I've got some more of my sealed collection. Oh, the sunlight's not great, but just make out here. That's really good. And normally this isn't normally how I display these. I've just got these here at the moment just to somewhere to put them to show you guys. That's that. I'm not sure where I'm going to end up putting all these. It's just it's really overtaking the room. So as you can see, my floor space, I'm standing in the corner now, and it's getting quite snug. Up top here, I've got my UCS X-Wing, one of the Hogwarts modulars, and my lighthouse. That's really just about fits in there. It's very tight for space. It's almost right to the ceiling, but just a little bit of room there. It looks all right. The X-Wing, I'm not too happy with it there, but I don't quite have anywhere else to put it yet. I'm still not sure. I mean, it's pretty secure. It's not going to fall off or anything. I mean, it's on the edge, but all the weight's on the back side, so it's not going to fall. But I just can't find it. It's so big, and with the display stand, it's quite awkward to display, so I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put it, in fairness, but I'm going to have to work that one out. On the window shelf, I've got my Barracuda, my Silent Mary still. And I've got another shelf up here. This is a new shelf that wasn't here last time. Same with this shelf. This was a new shelf that I recently put up about 2 or 3 months back. And this one up here again, there's another one. At the moment, I've got all my Hogwarts sets. Eventually, this is going to be the shelf where I'm going to place Diagon Alley. But at the moment, it's almost all my various modular parts of the Hogwarts castle. At some point I will be assembling all this. I've got a couple more sets to put together, and I'll be doing my full configuration of how I'm going to display it. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but so I've got even more back there. So Sirius's Escape, was it? No, it's not Sirius's Escape. Sirius's Escape is somewhere, but I'm not quite sure. It might be behind. I think it's just behind the Hogwarts castle there, I think. So yeah, it's pretty significant. I must admit, I do love this collection. It's growing. It looks really good. I'm very happy with these shelves here. I think these look all right at the moment. And I think around here, ultimately, I'm gonna I can get maybe 3 more Billy bookcases in there. But that's what I'll do with my with the sealed collection. So that's my Lego room for the moment. Still quite a lot to do in it. I'm not quite 100% happy with it at the moment. There's still room for improvement, but that takes time and organisation, and I don't know, I need a few more shelves, a few more bookcases, but at some point I'll get round to it. It's my sealed collection that's starting to get out of hand, I think, and with more sets coming out it's only halfway through the year, so there's still plenty more sets for me to get this year. So yeah, I'm starting to get a bit overrun. I think I might have to start negotiating with my wife for another room somewhere. Yeah, that might be a bit awkward, but we'll have to see about that. So that's my Lego room. So let me know in the comments, what do you think of it? Do you think I've got it arranged quite nicely? Any suggestions to maybe utilise a bit more space? Can I please ask you to leave a like? And if you've enjoyed today's video, I'd be very grateful if you would consider subscribing today. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Thanks very much for watching today.